This room knows that. Everybody knows that teens are the ones that tobacco companies target. I happen to be complicit in that action of getting kids to smoke. Now, many of you here, no one put a gun to your head when you were younger. No one put a gun to your head and said smoke. You did it because you were going through a rough time in your life. 13 to 18 pretty much sucks, okay? So the tobacco companies pay people like me to make smoking look good. And we always associated smoking with healthy activity. Now, I asked to start today because I think it's important that the kind of people we have out here, the kind of panel you have that wants to tell you their stories, you need to know two things. Number one, people are trying to decimate the vaping industry, and they are succeeding. They are very good at what they do. They do not care about you. They don't care about you, me. They care about money. And right now, you folks have a target on your back. You have a bullseye on your chest as being the reason why kids are vaping. The juuling epidemic is bullshit, okay? We have an issue that we need to strategize and come together as a group. I was paid $100,000 a year to entice and encourage and lure young boys. If that doesn't sound perverted, I don't know what does. Okay, but that was my job, and I did it well. I will be 70 years old next April. And being 70 years old, I'm looking at you now, being a victim. I have COPD, I have emphysema, I smoked from the time I was 13, and I didn't quit until my brother died of lung cancer when I stopped doing the ads. I'm here to tell you right now from the inside out, tobacco companies will do whatever they can, along with the big pharmaceutical companies, along with our federal government, the FDA, your state legislators and lawmakers. They don't care about you. You are an anecdote. You are disposable. You are expendable to them. And if you don't rise up and listen to the stories of people who are smarter than I am, whether it be in legislation, whether it be in innovation, whether it be in marketing, you need to rise up. You know what? Big wolves don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. Don't be a sheep. I'm a bear. You poke me, you're going to be in fucking trouble. Okay, I don't like it. I right now am above the opinions that other people have of me. The threat to me of a life sentence is not that much of a deterrent for me anymore. It's a deterrent for many of you because you're still young, but don't be afraid. Don't be a sheep. Don't be bleeding and following people because they say this is what you have to do. You have a right to vape. You have a right to enhance the quality of your life. You have a right to go out and pick a juice that you find to be reasonably regulated, taxed properly, and has been proven to be premium liquid that you're ingesting into your body. Do not let your legislators or your lawmakers tell you how to live your lives. You need to take your lives back. And I don't want you to just stand here this afternoon. Listen to these people who are passionate about what they do. They're here for your benefit. You know that you chose to quit smoking on your own. You needed no help from the government. You needed no help from a legislator or a lawmaker. Be damned if they come in and try to take away what is the best alternative for you to succeed as no longer being a smoker. So listen to these folks. Thanks for making me a part of your day. Have a great expo. Thank you so much.
Yo, give it up for David Goerlitz, everybody. Big brother, love you, man. This guy right here, he's been there, man. I appreciate it. It's time that he puts it in this industry, and he deserves a lot of respect. All right, somebody else. Have any of you heard of something called Taste Your Juice? Huh? Phil Busardo? Yeah? You remember that guy? Yeah, he's here. He's literally here. He's here.
Nobody knows that name anymore.
Yeah.
You know what? You tell me I'm going up after Dave Goerlitz, and I'm like, fuck. How do you top that? I mean, seriously, the guy's got a lot of energy for 21 years old. A lot of energy there, Dave. I keep telling these people that I'm not the advocate, and they keep sending me up on the advocacy panel. I don't know how that happens. But let me just tell you a couple things, okay? What's one of the most important things that we could do as an industry today, right now? Because we're up against a lot of shit, right? One of the most important things that we could do is we can convert smokers to vapors. One of the most important things that we can do. All right, why? Why do we want to do that? Well, because it gives us one more customer. We need more customers. If we convert a smoker into a vapor, we have a new customer. But we are in a very interesting industry because when we gain a new customer, we could potentially save a life. That's pretty fucking cool. We can make money, we can keep this industry going, and we can continue to save lives. Why? Because this is up to 95% safer than smoking a cigarette. And that's not bad, guys. That's not bad. You see, I've been vaping since 2009. 2009, and somehow all the formaldehyde and antifreeze hasn't killed me yet. Because there is no formaldehyde and antifreeze. There might be. But if there is, if you ever see a bad article or a bad study about vaping, ask yourselves this. Did they compare it to the same bad shit that's found in a traditional tobacco cigarette? The answer is probably no. I like charts and graphs. Cigarette? E-cigarette. See, that's the difference. And we have to keep that in mind. We have to remember that. It's our job, unfortunately now, to inform the public, to let people know the truth about this, because everything you see in mainstream media is fucked up. It's going to kill us tomorrow. 2009, still vaping, still alive. And because of this, I plan on being here a lot longer than that. So thanks very much, guys. Thanks for watching the videos, if you can deal with like how fucking long they are. I don't get a chance to do a lot of videos because I never know where I am these days. But the people coming up next are much more important than I am. They have a much better handle on advocacy, and they're going to be able to help you guys out. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Phil Busardo, everybody. Yes, one of the OGs in the industry has done so much for us. We really appreciate him being here this weekend. All right, I want to bring up a lovely lady right here who's got a lot of information for you. Amy, please make your way to the stage. Remember, y'all stick around. We got something for you at the end. Going to hook you up with some Vape Radio swag. But, Amy, tell them who you are and where you're from.
So, is this working? Yep. So my name is Amy Netherton, and I work a lot behind the scenes here in Indiana. If you don't know me, I am the president of Indiana Smoke-Free Alliance, and we are the ones that protect all your businesses and all of these people out here that are allowed to be here today. We are the ones that...
Right? That's for you guys.
We're the association that decided in 2015 and 16 we didn't like the law, along with Keller and Heckman and, of course, Greg Troutman. We also hit it a lot of different ways. So while they had the legal end of it, we had the lobby end of it. So we went into the State House and we said enough is enough, and we... tell you the truth, we have a really good lobby firm that has a really good Rolodex, and we were able to get the law changed so that you guys now have all of the people that you have here today. So that's what we do. Tell you a little bit more about what we do is we're big collaborators as well. So when everybody talks about coming together and unifying, it's not only just the businesses that come and do that, we also do it with the consumer associations as well. So we work really well with the CASA, the national organization. We are also an affiliate of the Vapor Technology Association, national level. And we also work really, really well in the State House with 3 other different types of organizations, which is the Convenience Store Marketers Association, the Wholesalers Association, and the Grocers Retailers Association as well. So when we go to the State House, it's not just us talking about it. I will tell you and give you some updates. We are expecting Tobacco 21 to hit us in the state. We are expecting a tax bracket. And I just recently heard that we're looking at a flavor ban as well here in Indiana. Our lobby team is already on it. We've already gotten with the appropriate people. We've already talked to Jake and Tony at the national level as well. We already have a strategy in place and a senator in mind. So although I'm not out here in front like a lot of these gentlemen, I do work behind the scenes incredibly hard to make sure that vaping stays in Indiana and that you're able to buy the products as consumers that you actually want to buy, and that makes you successful. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Amy. Lovely lady, a lot of information. Make sure you get with her if you need anything after the show as well. All right, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to really go fast, guys, but I do appreciate you sticking here. Like I said, we got something for you. Mr. James Jarvis, the Ohio Vapor Trade Association, is here in support of Indiana. Hey. Y'all make some noise for James.
How's it going, Indiana? And Ohio and Kentucky? You guys having a good time so far? Wherever Dustin is, thank you for putting on a fantastic event.
He's hiding.
You guys have made us all smile by the amount of people that are here listening to what we've got to say. So thank Dustin, thank Rod, Vape Radio, Pablo, everybody that's here. So all I want to say is one thing. It's going to be really long, but not really. I am so fucking pissed off at the way this industry is getting treated. But the sad part of it is, you look on the internet, and what do you see? It is 2018, and we still see fucking cartoon labels on product. Why is that? We're better than that. We're adults. If you want to have a business and you want to be responsible, clean up your act or get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm done putting my ass on the line for people that are not doing what they're supposed to do.
That's right.
And furthermore, if you're a shop owner, you need to educate our consumers. Like Phil said earlier, if we don't bring more smokers into this industry, we're done for. I mean, you look at 4,000 chemicals to 4 that are in a vape. I mean, come on, it's no comparison. We're safer. But we also have to educate the customer about battery safety, because that's something else that's going to be all over us. And by battery safety, we're talking about Ohm's Law. You're talking about battery wraps, making sure everything's clean. But you know what else we also need to do? Recycle. Close it around. If you're a vape shop, you should be offering battery recycling in your store.
Yes.
And if you need any information, please look at me afterwards. Look me up. I can give you the information to get a hold of Battery Solutions. But otherwise, keep paying attention to what we got. I think we got Mr. Greg Troutman coming up next. Love you guys. Keep vaping. Keep spreading the word, and bring a smoker into the industry.
That's it, yeah. Give it up for James Jarvis, Ohio Vapor Trade Association, everybody. You know what, before we go any further, you know what, I totally agree with him. We have got to clean up this thing. If you've got bad labels, you're doing bad marketing practices, there's no more time, there's no more room. Don't you guys agree? I want you know what, but you have a responsibility to buy the stuff that's good, that's being marketed right. The companies that are supporting this industry support the people that are supporting you, okay? Can I hear some applause for that? You've got to do it, people. The only reason they sell that shit is because somebody's buying it, right? Right? We got to not let that happen anymore. If you've got friends vaping shit that they shouldn't be, tell them, no, it's bad marketing. It's bad. It's hurting the industry. And you know what? I just want to get, you know what? Speaking of, can I get a picture? I want you all guys to go, can I get a hand in solidarity that we're in this? We are all in it together for bad marketing. I want to get a picture with you guys. Greg Troutman, everybody! This man right here has saved your ass, Indiana. He is the lawyer that made it happen for you guys. Give it up for Greg Troutman, everybody.
Thanks. Hello. Okay. Hello. Thank you. In 2015, your legislature screwed you all. You know about the monopoly. You know about everything that went on behind the scenes in Indianapolis. With the lobbyists that were trying from the casino that were trying to create a monopoly for themselves. Where's Troy LeBlanc? He's hiding. He's hard to miss. He's the guy with Troy. There's Troy. Troy is my client in Louisville. He owns Derby Cigs. He had one store in Clarksville, Indiana. The Indiana law was going to put him out of business in Clarksville. He calls me and says, do what you got to do to get this stopped. We sued. A few months later, the Right to Be Smoke-Free Coalition joined us. The Keller-Heckman firm in Washington joined us. And we beat the state of Indiana. We got their law thrown out. And after we got it thrown out, then the legislature was, okay, what now? So they come to the Indiana Smoke-Free Association, Amy Netherton, and the lawyers, me and the lawyers from Keller-Heckman, their lobbyists, worked with the legislature to not only, we broke it, they asked us to help fix it. So the law you've got now that allows you to vape in Indiana, allows you to have all these juices in Indiana, allows us to have this show here right now, Indiana Smoke-Free Association helped craft that law. So you give me a lot of hand, you really need to give Amy and her group a lot of hand. They did a hell of a job. You need to give Troy, because Troy's the one who stepped up. Troy said, do it. I don't care what it costs, do it. You got to give Troy a lot of thanks because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have made this move. We wouldn't have filed the lawsuit. You all still may be where you were before. How many of you all are registered to vote? Okay. Those of you in Indiana, you've got an important Senate election coming up in November. Donnelly, the sitting senator, is not a friend of the industry. He does not support the industry. And the only way we're ever going to get this fixed, how many of you all are tired of getting screwed over by the FDA? Yeah. And, you know, you saw what happened last week with Commissioner Gottlieb. Well, what you may not know is that announcement came out 24 hours after the FDA lawyers were in a federal appeals court in Washington, didn't have a real good day. The very first question that the judges ask the FDA's lawyer is, doesn't it undermine your position to say that these products are really, really dangerous, but then you grant an extension of time to comply with the requirements? And the judge really wasn't really satisfied with the answer and kept repeating that theme throughout the argument. I think the FDA didn't have such a good day. And I think they knew in advance they weren't going to have such a good day. And that the statement that Gottlieb made, in my mind, was already orchestrated to be released after the argument because they knew kind of how it was going to go. That's going to keep going. As long as we're dealing with the FDA, they're going to make it difficult for this industry. What we need is federal legislation from Congress to define what we are and what we're not. That we're not tobacco, that we are a different product. The only way that's going to happen, though, is if it could pass the House right now, but it's going to go nowhere in the Senate because their rules, they've got a screwy rule that they have to have 60 senators vote for something before it actually comes up for an official vote. Well, right now that's not going to happen because there's a lot of northeastern and western the California people, the crazies I call them, don't like this industry. And they're never going to vote for this industry. The only way we're going to get enough votes is if we get some of these people out of office. In Indiana, you got a chance this year. Don Lee is not good for this industry, will not help this industry. We need to get him out of office. In your local elections, it's important because a lot of bad things are happening at local levels, the state levels, as Amy said. They're trying to do Tobacco 21. They're trying to do flavor bans in Indiana. You need to be talking to your individual state senators and state representatives, local commissioners and council people, and get them on board with what we're doing. You all have a lot of power yourselves. We can do things at a state and national level from the advocacy standpoint, but you all can do things a lot better than we can because you're local here. You know the people that represent you. You need to be talking to them and making contact with them and building relationships with them. So that's what I'm going to ask you to do. We've got, if we don't do anything now, we've got a minimum of 2 years for this industry left. If we take Commissioner Gottlieb at his word, maybe not even that long. So it's important now more than ever that everybody step up and everybody start kicking some tail to get things changed. Because if you all want to be here a year from now or 2 years from now, that's the only way it's going to happen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Greg Troutman, everybody. Again, leading the way for you here in Indiana. Thank you so much, Greg. Thank you, brother. All right, I want to bring somebody up now. Come here, Marlow. Come here, brother. TVL. We got some TVL people in the house, huh? Hey, all right, brother. Tell them what you got, man. Team TVL.
Hello?
Greg turned it off.
Hi, guys. How you guys doing? All right, so I'm Marlow. I'm with TVL. We're based out of San Diego, and we're in Indiana. So in San Diego, here's what we're facing right now. In Sacramento, just passed a flavor ban, which means no more flavors for us. Unfortunately, I just opened up a shop in UCLA, and LA is facing a flavor ban right now, and we just passed a 65% tax in California, where Indiana doesn't really have that right now. When it's more better if the fire is running, you don't want to add gasoline to it. So before anything happens, you guys want to go to the advocacy groups and talk to the people and support them, support the people who support you. At every place that I go to, every expo, I try to raise as much money as I can for advocacy. Right here we have Amy with the Indiana Smoke Free Association. I'm going to give her this hat. I'm going to start this hat off with about $100. And we're going to pass this hat around, and all this money is going to go to advocacy. You want to come up? Like, I'm the one that always goes to the expos and hands out all kinds of free shit, giveaways, this, that, and whatever. Yeah, everyone gets mad because TVL is always loud, but it's all fun and games. Without the advocacy panel, we won't have any of that. And for that, here's a $100 bill. Goes to Indiana Smoke-Free Association.
Oh, guys, step up. There you go, man. There you go. Come on, make some noise. How about some Vape Radio
50
shirts?
cents, 10 cents, whatever, $1. It doesn't matter what you got. Any little spare change that you got goes to advocacy.
There you go. Come on, we need it. Pass the plate around. It's like church up in here. We preaching today, y'all.
Hey, can you pass it around? So all this goes to the Indiana Smoke-Free Association. Hey, let's give it up for the Midwest Vape Expo, the best expo in the Midwest.
Yay!